Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Rosenberg of HowToStretch.com, and today we're going to work on some more groin stretches. First, we're going to discuss a little anatomy. On previous videos, I spoke of the psoas muscle. The psoas muscle is a big, thick, broad muscle that attaches to the front of the spine, behind all your organs, goes through the pelvis, and attaches into the groin. When I say the groin, I'm basically discussing the inside of your thigh bone, which is called the femur, and its muscle attachment right there. Very often when people stretch and pull a groin muscle, they're actually feeling the pulling of the psoas muscle away from the femur. On top of that muscle is a large muscle called adductor magnus. Magnus means large. Adductor means pulls together. So the adductor magnus, its major responsibility is to pull your legs together. It's a very strong muscle. On top of that, we have a muscle that loops over the leg this way in an S shape called sartorius. And there's also a muscle that goes lengthwise this way called gracilis. Those are the three basic muscles of the leg and the one basic muscle that goes through the body cavity that keeps your groin tight. On the previous groin stretching, we did some seated groin exercises to help stretch out some of that. Today we're going to discuss a few more advanced moves. First, it's good to get comfortable sitting like this. On my previous video on stretching the feet, I called this Anjo. In yoga, it's called the hero pose. You're sitting on your ankles. And what this does, it allows you to flatten your spine and to feel the beginning of the stretching of the psoas close to the spine. You have to sit here for a while to feel that. A lot of people are so preoccupied with their feet and their knees, they don't get to feel what's going on in their back. So a lot of stretching can't be done quickly. It has to be done over time and slowly to become aware of the subtle little tensions and old injuries you might have that are keeping you from achieving the stretch that you want. From this position, you come up onto your hands and knees. You spread your knees like so. My back is arching here, and I come down onto my elbows. And I hold it there. Now I'm going to show you this also sideways, but I'm going to do a little discussion here. As you're doing this, first of all, you want to be on a soft surface, like a carpet, like a mat. You don't want any pressure on your knee, hurting your knee. I'm doing it on a carpet, and the carpet's, of course, padded, so I have plenty of cushioning there. As I relax into it, I can feel the deeper aspects of gracilis, adductor magnus, and at this point, just a little bit of sartorius. For martial arts, that particular muscle is very stretched out because it's a common one that restricts kicking, and I've worked on it a lot in my life. So what happens is you come down into your elbows and you stretch like this and you relax. Don't jump out of it. Just hold it and breathe. My heels are tucked up. Now let's actually get out of this. The way I get out of this, by the way, is I come onto my hands, I flatten my back, and I pull the legs together, getting back into that Anjo position. Okay, let's go to the side view. From here, okay, I'm here, I come onto the hands and knees, and I spread the legs out this way. Now, what I talked about the feet, they could either be out or into your comfort level. People who don't go out very far will probably want to stay on their insteps. People who go down pretty far, it might be more comfortable to come onto the arches of the feet, but that's up to you. So you get your initial stretch pushing out on the palms of your hands, your weight supported, then come onto your elbows so your back is flat. As long as your back is arched, there's a fair amount of tension on that psoas muscle, because remember, it attaches on both sides to the front of your low back. When I come down into this position here, I've taken out the limiting factor. Notice that my hips aren't forward of my knees or behind my knees, but my hips are right over my knees. And as I drop down into it, I could actually feel what's limiting it. I could breathe, and I could let the weight drop. Now again, if it becomes a little too much or it feels like I'm tearing something, watch how I use my arms. I can actually push up to take weight off of it. I don't want to stay in that position with an arch back because that's not doing anything for my psoas muscle. I want to get here with my flat back. When I come out of this position, I put my hands down, I curve my back a little bit more, and I inhale and pull the legs together and then sit back into Anjo. Okay, so just to review, again, start off here, move here, Bring your knees out and slide down. Then come down onto your elbows. This is a more advanced stretch that, again, if your knees aren't up to the task or your feet aren't up to the task, go back and practice the other groin stretches as shown on the other videos, and then return to this. I find, though, very interesting, even if you can only do this stretch and get down this far, and you hold it and your body starts to shake, but you do it properly with the straight back. When you go back and try the more basic groin stretch exercise, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Okay, we're going to be working on different progressions of stretches as the weeks go by, so keep checking back. You can go check my website also, howtostretch.com. There's some additional information and tutorials there. The videos are posted here on YouTube, and see you next week.